The theme of this year's event is called Navigating Complexity. We seek to provide answers to complex problems that China is currently facing.
So the AIIB therefore represents a kind of declaration of intent because of China's very important role in initiating and now guiding this organization.
The one thing we have that nobody else has is there's a gender clause. And my friends from law school know who drafted that one.
This is not a China bank. It's not even a BRICS bank. There is something else called the BRICS bank. That's the BRICS bank. This is the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. It's got 57 members. It is meant to be about multilateral collaboration.
That's where we are in U.S.-China relations. We have a frustrated president, and he is on the moderate side of the debate in the United States. You look at every other presidential candidate that said anything about China, and they're a lot tougher than Mr. Obama. What exactly they could do is not clear. But the feeling of frustration, when China comes up, it's frustration. Nobody's talking about nice things about China.
China has neither intention nor capability to challenge the existing world order. It doesn't have this intention because so far China has been a benefactor of the current existing international order.
It's just Tibetans, and they have a kind of symbiotic relationship. And so you see, in terms of commerce, but also in terms of intermarriage, a great deal of mutual respect.
I will suggest, though, that there is a solution or a path to a solution, one that does not require greater democratization, although I think that would help.
This incident has shown a gray area in our basic law. Now, clearly, if Mr. Li was abducted by mainland officials, right, there would be a clear, serious breach of the basic law.
Now we're looking at people defining for themselves what is Hong Kong identity, what is localism.
Because if you cast your mind back to the beginning of this year, put to one side how expectations have been confounded, put to one side how China has engaged in the greatest poverty reduction program in all 7 million years of human history.
I do worry. When we talk about the present challenges in the Chinese economy, I am concerned. I don't think there will be a China meltdown. I don't think there will be an economic implosion, but there are real challenges.
From my generation, we know this is the Chinese experiences. In Chinese word, we said, 何以解忧，唯有改革. I don't know how to translate it in English. If you have some worry, only reform. Because reform can eliminate your worry, and I think that is the hope of China.
Most of you will be only children, and so your parents have been very deeply affected by what has probably been the most influential single policy.
If I were a headline writer, I would do that, but that wouldn't really sell any newspapers, and particularly if we're going to go 30 or 40 years into the future, because it's based on this fundamental misconceptualization that older people, defined in this way as being 60 or 65, are dependent, are a drag on society.
China is all for a new type of international relations of win-win cooperation. The Belt and the Road Initiative is a public good China provides to the world.
It means you test, you research, you experiment before you set your plans. So now, as we look back over the last 37 years, we can see that that is the basis of how China operates.
We might call this, as opposed to the other session, one planet, one system.
The way China tackles climate change issues is not just a carbon issue, rather it's a rather integrated way of thinking.
I want to move to blue skies in Beijing when?
Well, it's a huge bet, $1 billion question.
I remember as a child, about 6 or 7, being asked by a teacher in school to name the country with the largest population. My hand shot up. England, I said. No, I was told it was a country called China.
We will definitely work hard to continue providing this platform for open, in-depth and comprehensive discussions on China. With that, I will close the forum for today. Thank you so much and see you next year.